Assalamu alaikum. I'm your teacher Rehan, and today we'll be starting your physics of class 9th, and we'll be starting it from the chapter number 1, which is physical quantities and their measurements. So first of all, I will be teaching you that what actually physics means and how did physics come into being. So first of all, the topic number 1 which we have is Introduction to Physics. Topic number 1.1. I'll be describing you out with the history that what happened. Actually, before physics, before the 17th century, the people were studying nature philosophy. Everything related to nature was studied in nature philosophy. If it was related to the living things, if it was related to the non-living things, everything was studied in the natural philosophy. And then what happened after that? Science came into being. How did science came into being? Natural philosophy was divided into two parts. As I told you, in natural philosophy, both the living and non-living things were studied, but when science came into being, so the natural philosophy was divided into two parts. Number one is the physical sciences, and number two is the biological sciences. I'll be describing you the word science. Science has been derived from the word scientia. And what does scientia means? Scientia means knowledge. Actually, if you just go on the deep of this meaning, that what does knowledge means? So everything which you can understand, everything around you is your knowledge. So everything around us is our science. Science only does not affect our environment, it affects our human body, it affects our nature. Every natural study, in nature, what is included in nature? Human beings, living things, non-living things, further accessories, everything is included in the nature. So the study of nature. So in science, the word science means knowledge. If we look at the meaning of the science, it means knowledge. And if we look at our previous books in class 7, 6, 5, 4th, so we have studied one very common thing in all of them. In that we have studied it, that we also have studied about the living organisms and their human body structures, that what is inside the human body and what's outside of the atmosphere. And we have also studied about that what is in the environment of humans. This is the common study of our classes before class 9th, 8th, 7th and 6th sciences. That was the basic science which we were studying. But now, which science we are here studying is divided into two phases. The physical sciences and the biological sciences. I was telling you that what is common between them is that there we are studying very basic things. You have been studying English, you have been studying Urdu, you have been studying social studies, many other subjects. Have you ever felt that they are teaching you about nature? Or is there something that is around your environment in that subject? No. Actually, our every natural study that is included in our nature is included in natural philosophy, or that can easily be said as science. Now, as I have told you, the physical sciences and the biological sciences. In physical sciences, we study about every non-living thing that exists in nature. Every non-living thing that exists in nature is studied in physical sciences. And every living thing that is studied, and that is included in biological sciences. So, I am teaching you physics. It's our chapter number 1 and it's Introduction to the Physics. So, we will be knowing that what does physics include in? Which branches further divide into physics? So, that will be when natural philosophy is divided into two phases, physical sciences and biological sciences, in the same, the physical sciences is taken out. Because in physics we study about non-living things. You have heard of fans, you have heard of mobile phones, computers, doors, locks, etc. Human runnings, velocity, gravitational force, weight, mass, all those things are non-living things. And those are studied in the physical sciences. Now I will be telling you that how this physical science is divided into its further parts. As we know that in basic definition of science, we say that science is divided into 4 parts. That is chemistry, bio, physics and mathematics. These are the branches of science in which we study about in the common. But actually in the history what happened was that when it was divided into two branches, then the physical sciences was divided into further 5 branches, which includes physics, chemistry, astronomy, geology and meteorology. And now what happened we say that science is divided into four. I'll be telling you that why we say that science is further divided into four subjects: biochemistry, physics and maths. Why is bio included in science? There we are saying that science, we are not saying that physical science or biological science, we are not defining it by its name. We are converting them both, as we are saying that one name, and that's science. We are taking this both as one, so we are saying science. So in science, biology is also included in the same. But here when we divide it, so it will be divided into two separate parts. One is the non-living part and one is the living part. So in physical sciences, we have 5 branches, I told you, in which physics is one of them. Now I've told you the history, that how natural philosophy was converted into physics, chemistry, astronomy, geology and meteorology and other biological sciences, which will be excluded in our physics subject, and the other branches of physical sciences will also be excluded in our physics subject. We'll be taking our subject physics. Now I'll be telling you that what actually we study about in physics. Physics is the study of energy, matter and their mutual relationship. Now what actually we study in physics? You do your homework, you do many things in your daily life. For example, you walk, you eat, every action you do, there is somehow physics involved in everything. I'll be giving you very common examples of our daily life. In morning when you wake up, so the sun has rise up. Now how did sun rise, the forces of gravity that applied on it, and what was the Einstein's relativity law? It's the further study of the space. We cannot be going into that deep. So our physics starts from the starting of the day. How did the sun rise? Then when we step by step, when we walk, this is physics including our gravity. When we sit in the car and the car moves, this is physics including velocity. And the speed of the train's speed includes physics. I mean that physics is included in our daily projects, our daily life routines. Everything includes physics. So this was the basic definition of physics and how it works. Thank you.